Buongiorno, and welcome to the Red Chef Gaming Apex Legends news. I have been away for a month, unable to play Apex Legends as much as I would have liked to, so I have spent all my time watching out for the fresh news all over the web for you guys. Today's show will cover more than ever before, including 2 limited time modes, campfire and paintball mode, a full rundown of patch 1.42, the new official second most picked legend behind Wraith, heirloom news, who is not next and who is getting an heirloom in the future, changes to Loba's abilities after complaints from the community, the new meta in Season 6, a new streaming mode, future of class passives, and much more. We start today with the new Campfire limited time mode. What we know is that this was due to be launched during the current Season 5, but instead they ran out of time due to coronavirus and staff working from home. So they gave us Armed and Dangerous again. The new limited time mode will include campfires spread around Kings Canyon After Dark map that will heal you when stood around them. They will have an area of effect, meaning a protective bubble also. I can only imagine something like Gibraltar's Dome with the healing factors of Watson's Interceptions pylon. It will be very interesting to see how this is going to work. I suspect the campfires will be open parts of the map rather than just between buildings and structures. This will fill the open space with cover but also move the fight away from the usual hotspots. It leaves a lot of questions unanswered though. Will there be new NPCs? Could we see squads of more than 3 finally? Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think this is going to include. We jump straight into Season 6 news now. With Season 6 just under 3 weeks away, mid-August around the 18th seems to be the most likely date. We know that we are very likely to see Rampart as the next legend and the ER1 as the next gun. Data miners have been talking about Rampart since back in Season 3 when they first started to find data about him. Rampart has 3 passive abilities listed currently. Rampart can either have one of them and the others could be scrapped, or they could all be combined together into a passive ability, similar to how Lifeline's original passive was composed of 3 different abilities. So the first one is Gunner. It's a boost to light machine guns. It gives it more mag capacity and a faster reload rate. Second one is Fixer. A lot has been spoken about this on other YouTube channels, but the facts are that once you swap to a melee, it allows you to repair any friendly structures. What we don't know is what friendly structures actually means. The third one is Cover Fire. Firing from cover overcharges your gun's damage. So this could mean anything. My take on it is that it's very likely to damage the health and the armor at the same time, rather than having to work your way through the armor and then the health like you conventionally do. His ultimate looks like it will be an in-placed MHG, so a mounted machine gun that anyone can use that has a high ammo capacity, a long reload time, but will require you to add heavy ammo to it. Super excited about the new legends and what it will bring to Season 6. With 13 legends currently and at least 5 more that have been data mined. This means that things are not finished from changing in Apex Legends, which is great news for keeping everyone on the ball and still interested in the game. Moving on to heirlooms. We have official news that all legends will receive an heirloom coming seasons. We also know that Crypto will not be receiving his heirloom in the next 2 seasons. This narrows down the chances of the original legends like Caustic, Bangalore or Gibraltar receiving theirs in the next 2 seasons. I personally believe it will be Bangalore in the next season. She has been patched and buffed the least, and the community are starting to get loud about it. Her heirloom is likely to be a military-based heirloom, like a dog tag from her dead brother, or something passed down the family. We also have a leak on Twitter this week. Kings Canyon Shadowfall mode will be re-released in full for Halloween again, but they have been making changes to it, including the win and loss sounds for the players and the squads. This mode was a huge success last time, and I just hope they slow down the shadows a little more than they did in the past, giving us more of a chance for a win than just hiding the whole game and then running to the ship. So it's official. Season 5's second most picked legend behind Wraith is Caustic. After the recent rework buff and the debuff of Lifeline and Wraith, more and more players have been switching to Caustic. Caustic has very rarely featured in any competitive Apex Legends before, so it's very nice to see the gameplay changing up and keeping us all guessing what's next. If you caught my last episode of Apex Legends News, you would have seen that there was a problem with Loba's ability on Kings Canyon, unregistering and resetting whilst using her special ability. This has now been fixed, and we will hopefully continue to see Loba improved upon, as right now she is one of the least picked legends. Thankfully, we at least know that Respawn are investigating other issues, but it's not clear how long we could be waiting for these fixes to take. These are some of the issues that they are working on. Buzzing noise during gameplay, loading screens and music packs not getting equipped whilst viewing loadout menu. Players can use their gun whilst phasing as Wraith. Coming out of Wraith's portal can sometimes push characters underground and make them unplayable. And the last one is if death protection is activated on a zipline or wall hanging, the player remains where they are rather than falling. We are very lucky to have the devs that we do on Apex Legends. If the community makes enough noise, they sort it out, and thank you very much for that, Respawn. A lot of streamers have been complaining recently about being stream sniped and kill feed sniped. So with good news coming, Apex have officially said that they will be producing a streamer mode. Apex Legends is still a game on the up, and I see more and more streamers and YouTubers joining or moving over to Apex Legends every season. The top streamers are suffering the most, but thankfully Josh Medina said his piece on this on Twitter this week. A streamer mode is on my list of things to add. We currently have our hands full for Season 6 and 7, but a streamer mode will be here in full. With Season 6 just 3 weeks away, we won't be seeing a streamer mode update for then, but it's in the pipelines, and I believe it will be dropping around the same time as crossplay. There is another limited time mode also in the files, called Paintball Mode. The Apex Legends Paintball Mode leak comes from Twitter user and data miner for the game Shrugtown, whom we have covered before on this channel. They are typically pretty good at mining the gaming files for new data, but this is just a leak at this point, so take it with a pinch of salt. The users went through the most recent update for the game and discovered some interesting files that hint towards a new limited time mode that could release in the future. The new mode is referred to as Paintball in the files, certainly giving us an idea of what it will be. The new rumoured Apex Legends Paintball mode isn't just showing up in the files with a name mentioning it though, but it has a whole file dedicated to it. This leads us to believe that it is likely to be a real thing and something that could be released much sooner than expected in Apex Legends. Amongst the files, the data miners were able to uncover the game's recent update as strings, audio files and other codes supporting the existence and completion of the potential paintball mode. So could we see this at the end of Season 5? If it was to be, it could be released around the end of this month, so as to give 2 weeks to play it and then jump straight into Season 6. Or maybe we're just wishful thinking with that one. But I've saved the best news till last. Class passives. So all legends have a passive ability, and some even have two. But why are they divided by class? Well, this could be the reason. All four Apex classes, offensive, defensive, support, and recon, are set to be given new abilities in the form of passives, which will enhance their gameplay based on the role they are expected to fulfill in Apex Legends. It looks like passives for recon could be when an enemy is scanned, your damage will have a multiplier boost, meaning it does more. Plus, all recon legends will now be able to use recon beacons. The other piece of information we have is for offensive. They will have 2 extra backpack slots just for grenades. I can't find anything else for the defense or support legends yet, but I'm sure it won't be long before I find something. Don't forget to check back next week for your fresh slice of Apex Legends pie. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to hit that sub button if you learned anything from today's video, and hit the like button if you want to keep seeing more content like this. Have a great day, Legends. See you next time.